бил првиот македонец кој што дојде јас во Ристо Белчев. Кога дојде туа немаше никако ни македонец, ни србин, ни бугарин. Имаше еден талијан и еден грк.
Well, there's two parts on how I got involved with MKUD Ilinden. As a kid, my mum took me along to the training centre at Arncliffe. That's where it all began, then went through to my teens, into my late teens. I did meet my wife as well at MKUD Ilinden, thank you very much. From there, we just each went on our different ways. What did draw us back to MKUD Ilinden is our kids. Our kids started gathering together, wanted to find out more about Macedonian dancing, what is it? With their curiosity and with the love of music, it bring all our friends and committee members back together. 20 years down the track, we thought we'd try and make a change, and here we are today. Preparations for the 50th are going really well. We are getting nervous. We've never had anything of this scale to measure it against. MKUD Ilinden is the oldest Macedonian dancing group in Australia. We are the biggest by far, and I would dare to say we are the best. It is creeping up, 3 weeks, not far. Our 50th is about putting the best on, and it will be a great show, that's for sure.
В 1966 година се основа друштвото Илинден. Јас бев присутен тука, слушнав дека ќе се организира тоа, но бев зафатен како да се средам со работа со станоти. Но во 1977 година, кога се купи куќата Света, кај сега изградена Света Петка, јас присуствував на тој состанок и после дискусијата сето тоа јас помина на избор на управата. И уште тогаш јас бев избран за председател на културно-просветниот живот. Почна македонците да се доселуваат во Австралија, кога прво идеја самци, но председателот што беше на Австралија, тој ги прашале зошто луѓето идат по 5-6 години, си се враќа назад. Немаме доволно работници да ги запослиме во Стилбо. И тој го одобри тој Роберт Мензис, председателот. И тој одобри за $25 фамилиите сите да си донесат тука. И кога почна бродовите, авионите, разтурија тука Македонија, донесоа стотици илјади души, млада дечина, чупиња. Јас замислив како тие чупиња и деца тука ќе се осетат овој затворен живот без никакви активности. Јас се активирав, почнав да организирам игранки.
Јас дојдов во Австралија поради фамилијата дојде моја тука. Оставам само со мајка ми таму и не можев да оставам самија, пошто бев малолетен и морав да дојдам.
Јас сум родена во Окрид, дојдов во Австралија кога бев 1 година. I like dancing in the group.
Видов, знаеш како живот овде, видов свет. Јас кад сум весел овде, идеме во клабој, ваму таму.
Младите почна да се збираат во полисбојс од 100, 200 до 800, 1200 души внатре. Не се дишеше, ама младите од секаде, од Порткем, од Волонго, од секаде доаѓаја тука да се запознат деца, чупиња, млади. Немаше место поќе таму, организирав уште една игранка во Таунхо во Рокдейл за старите, а ваму за младите. И откога ќе завршивме, ќе изброевме све, ќе направевме финансиски извештај таму што треба, то 2 игранки се збереа скоро по $5,000 тогаш во тоа време. Црквата за 1 година се направи и се исплати.
Друштвото во времето на градбата на црквата, друштвото работеше башка. Беше, да речем, слободно, но одржаваше многу добра соработка со црковната општина. Тоа може да се потврди уште во времето во 1978 година, кога Македонската православна црква Света Петка во Рогнал беше извршено големото осветување од поглаварот на Македонската православна црква, господин Досидеј, неговото блаженство, и надлежниот архиреј на тогаш американско-канадска австралиска епархија, господинот Кирил. Од тогаш друштвото од самиот почеток е врзано една за друга. Значи, друштвото е со црквата, црквата е со друштвото.
Бевме многу јаки, многу силни, немавме пречки од никаде. Исплативме црквата, се собра народ, повеќе пари почна да идат да носат во црквата многу таму. Собравме пари и купивме куќата до црквата друга. И планиравме да направиме културно-образовен центар Илинден. И тоа го сторивме. Значи за 10-12 години црквата се плати, центарот се направи, се изгради, 6 влетој купивме одма до црквата, сето беше тоа труд голем наш. В 1978 година бевме во Мелбурн на првиот црковен народен собир под покровителство на првиот поглавар на Македонската православна црква, господин Досидеј. Друштвото Илинден го освои првото место. И стана поглаварот, неговото блаженство, били мој чеда, вика, јас не можам да верувам, вели, македонците кај да одат, секаде се го бараат своето, секаде се трудат и покажуваат, вели. Многу ми е мило, вели, го прогласувам друштвото Илинден за чувар и амбасадор на македонската култура во Австралија. Това беше гордост.
Илинден е национален празник, тој е верски и национален празник на македонскиот народ. И за да се остави еден белег на младата генерација, морат, како новозачинета што се раѓаат, мора да се крстат, и така и тие друштва и асоциации, организации што се јавуваа, дали биле културно-уметнички друштва, дали биле спортски асоциации, литературни друштва и било какво, значи сите се наименовани, регистрирани под едно име. И затоа македонската заедница овдека во Сиднеј, тие организатори му го дадоа името, тој е епитет на македонскиот човек да го носи Илинден. Илинден не поврзува со нашата постоење.
Not really paying attention. I stood and then you guys went in. So you'll have the edge of the stage, you'll have the curtain, so it'll come out. No. I've trust me, I've tested, because had I stood there and he had gone around, it means then yes, we've got a problem. The fact of push forward and went around, you'll have no problem in the table. I'm Ilinden's head choreographer. I've been teaching for about close to 10 years now. I started off at Ilinden as a dancer and progressed on to being the head choreographer here. I was actually forced from my parents, just like any other Macedonian, child. So if I go to rehearsals, I get McDonald's after. So, it progressed from there onto a passion for the folklore, real passion for the dancing. My grandfather was known as the dancer of the village. So I guess it's, it's sort of passed on through generations and through to me, and I hope one day when I have kids it'll be passed on to them as well. Basically in preparation for our 50th, the biggest thing I looked at doing was getting in all the past dancers, all the people that have been involved in the group. One of the biggest challenges in that was, finding out who our dancers were, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. We looked at basically generations of dancers. We asked the group that finished up around 10 years ago to come back. They came back. They were the group that I started with at Ilinden. We had the 20 plus group. Recently we've had the pleasure of getting the dancers who started, the first ever dancers who started at Ilinden, the first group that went on tour to Macedonia, to join in. This celebration is not just about Ilinden today, it's really about Ilinden over the last 50 years. Macedonian dances, they're based on the traditions of our forefathers back in the time. So, it'd be back from the village, they'd be from a specific region of Macedonia. There's a dance that spells, whether it's a wedding dance, whether it's a dance that's energetic, it really represented each of the villages in Macedonia. So it combines a lot of traditions as well as artistic style of dancing. Stretching. Alright guys, back in the semicircle at the start. How do you start? I'd probably say the biggest challenge would be the 10 plus group. I started as a dancer with them, so a lot of them are my peers, my friends. I moved from a dancer to being their choreographer, and I'm a lot younger than, a lot of them. I was the baby of the dancing group, so it went from, who's this baby to now teaching us. I'd rather just do a touch, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So just touch, 2, 3, 4, right, left, 3, 4, 5. So it's never, this is it, this is how it's going to be. So something like this, I worked all for the first one. Let's try 2. Don't go too far up, just in front. 1, 2, 3, step down, step on 1, step down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, step 1, step left, 1, 2, 3.
I started when I was 6. The parents put them in. To be honest, I don't think any 5-year-old really says, take me to Macedonian dancing. Exactly, yeah. Your parents send you, and then you grow up with those people, you become really, really good friends. So you stay for friendship. And then life starts, you get full-time jobs, or you're finishing uni, and then you're finishing work late. It's a commitment that sometimes you can't always fulfill because you've got obligations on the weekend, you've got performances, and if you don't go to practice, how can you perform? So we went to Masso, so that's kind of the culmination of all your practice.
1, 2, 3, 4, left, right, 2, left. Again, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Touch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? What I want you just to do is do this step. Just go around the semicircle. So go around. Not a big one, but a small one here. And then come back to where you are. Let's try the music. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. A circle. You're just holding a straight line.
You didn't tell me how many counts I had to get around here.
Well, we only do 2. You come around in a circle.
Well, I didn't know that.
I didn't show you more than 2, did I?
That doesn't mean that that's how many times you do the actual dance.
Well, that's what I've shown you now. It's 2 counts. I didn't show you more, did I? Right, so 2. Circle around, get back, and then we'll
So what we're doing, what we're doing, a miniature circle.
This real
Yeah.
I'm going to do a semicircle like this.
well, I said to you at the beginning, not a massive one. Just come around the circle, like a normal circle. Once the boys and stuff come in, it's a different story.
Okay, well now you have it.
Move around. 2. Okay. Don't cut into too much stuff. Just back to where you were. Okay? That's all I need.
We performed at the McDonald's Performing Arts Challenge and we won 3 years. But it was it was so competitive. There was like these flamenco adult dancers, like semi-professional dancers, and then we were the ultimate underdogs. It was such a good story.
We ended up performing to a full house at the concert hall in the Opera House as a result of winning one of those.
Yeah.
And that's quite safely. Like, I still remember when we finished and we put our hands up and there was that split second of everyone figuring out that we'd stopped and then the applause. And I still remember that feeling on stage. That was like hands down.
And normally, you know, we dance in igranki or dance halls or whatever, where it's obviously a different, you know, atmosphere. But then dancing at the Opera House, where you're looking out and all you see is pitch black, like it's such a different experience altogether. Very nerve-wracking. I think if anything, it'll be even more pressure because we're set out of practice. I think as it comes closer, it'll be, a bit more exciting and nerve-wracking as well.
It'd be nice to be on stage, on big stage.
Yeah.
Славица Јосидовска, добар ден и добре дојдовте во програмава на SBS на македонски.
Радица, добре ве најдов, благодарам на поканата, мило ми е што сум овде со вас. Се надевам дека служев како пример поради тоа како што рековте, прва жена председател во македонската заедница е нешто феномен ми се чини и отворив врати за други жени да застанат затоа што може тоа да го прават, може да дадат од тебе, а девојчињата никој пат не треба да бидат спречени, дали е тоа мислам од родители, од сопружници или било што, да достигнат, да ги покажат своите способности. И кога веќе сме кон тоа прва жена председател, морам да признам дека и мојот сопруг е толерантен. Имате секакви нели мажи што не сака и ти работи. Меѓутоа, мило ми е што и сега гледам дека тоа наставува.
I wasn't part of the Macedonian community, I wasn't part of any dance groups. It was a visit to the church for Christmas and Easter, that was about it. And my niece's children started dancing there, which I wasn't aware of. And her husband came over and he said, look, in Ilinden, they don't have any boys. We need boys. Your boys are great dancers. They're always dancing at weddings, christenings. So if I have to, I'll come and pick them up and take them there. So I did take them there and they loved it. They loved it. Gradually, I just got involved. They decided that I'd be a good president, very vocal, and that's how it came about. It was a friendship. So that committee became a group of friends, and Ilinden became our closest friends. I heard from other groups that I was the Margaret Thatcher of Ilinden, because we were pretty strict with the kids. Like, they weren't going out, not until after rehearsals. They had to be there for rehearsals. Some of them even rushed from work to be there for rehearsals, to be there for performances. We did all sorts of festivals, we did all sorts of clubs, so there was always something on. I took the kids to Macedonia twice, 2005, 2008.
Okay, this is Ohrid, and this is the view from our hotel room. I'm here with Bobby and Slavica.
Hello.
This is just stunning. We're in the Museum of Macedonia.
Мислам, тие старите традиционални сите црвени се прават.
Сите ови македонски јајца.
Сите се македонски јајца, македонски колбашки. Само после нали си, ова се скоро за примери
Сигурно некаде 2000 години е старо.
Пред Исуса Христоса.
Да, пред Исус Христос, од римјаните, така, амфитеатар. Околина голема е, не е доистражен, не е доископан, така. Се прават напори.
И шо, може да пиеш вода од тука или шо?
Не, можеш.
Okay, this is closer towards the end of the day. This is the castle. We've decided to come to the castle for a bit of dinner tonight. Donka and Lena are having a domestic because they don't have any husbands here.
Види ме нозеве.
Абе снимаш од крајте, гледам апаратија.
Види.
Ле, што се...
Види Радко
Што е пират? Снимај ме, што ми пре ова. Здравје било. Здравје. Здравје, ќе те ликнам онде каде оздравиш.
Ајде, станете.
Смири.
Здраво!
Kids were amazing, the performances were amazing. No drums at all, except when we tried to go to Ovčarani. Ovčarani, we were invited to Ovčarani for Ilinden, because, and that's Aegean Macedonia, Greece, and we could not cross the border. We were there for about 3 or 4 hours. They would not cross, they were letting us cross at our own sort of I suppose, risk, because they had demonstrators on the other side and they were all like neo-Nazis, you know, and vulgar and very vocal.
Македонските државјани кои денеска се обидоа да влезат во Грција на граничниот премин Меджитлија со цел да присуствуваат на традиционалната средба во Овчаране Леринско, уште на самата граница беа дочекани со протести на група грчки националисти, додека грчки телевизиски екипи го снимаа доаѓањето на македонските автомобили и автобуси. Исплашени од безбедносни причини, дел од македонците кои организирано патуваа за Овчаране решија да се вратат назад. Таков беше случајот со цел еден автобус на туристичката агенција Теотравел од Битола.
Не може да ни обезбедат никаква, не ни даваат никаква гаранција за нашата безбедност, за нашите деца. Има една група демонстранти овде одмah преку границата, а понатака не знаеме и што имат и тие спрема нивните зборови не може да ни дадат придружба, милиција или така да имаме некоја врста обезбедување. Сега еве и танец се тука на граница, не би сакале да ризикуваме и жалиме што нема да бидеме појдени во Овчарани овај ден.
Голема поддршка ни дава вика Македонија.
Тоа беше, значи, добра поддршка за нас. А ние, мислам, си бевме мирни, не сакаме никого да провоцираме.
Слогани викаа по нас сега. Дори научие македонски, по македонски да не викаат, вратете се назад не викаа. Ама добро. Сме навикнати, ние нон-стоп се бориме со грците таму во грчката диаспора во Австралија.
Автобусот се вратил само по нивна одлука. Други проблеми немале. Од другата страна имало и безброј телевизиски екипи кои го снимале автобусот кај што се враќа назад. Попладнево пак ансамблот на танец ја помина границата за да учествува на вечерашната манифестација на Собирот, но со полициско обезбедување до овчарани. Меѓутоа, при контролата на грчкиот премин, долго ги задржале, затоа што ги претресувале до детали. И Илинден требаше да бидат дел од манифестацијата.
И ние денеска мора да го прославиме со оваа прва историска демонстрација против грците и против грчката политика.
Well, there's been a constant protest. To this day there's protests. We're defending ourselves constantly. We're trying to survive a small nation of about 2 million people that is trying in every possible way to tell the world we're Macedonians. This is our home. If Greece feels threatened by 2 million people, well, that's a little bit odd, isn't it? When we look at the issue between Greece and Macedonia, it seems to have been forever, especially since 91 when Macedonia became an independent republic from Yugoslavia. Well, basically, they don't think of us as Macedonian. They don't want us to have the Macedonian name at all. With that, historically, we don't exist. Well, their history is telling them that we came to this land, we're Slavs, we're not Alexander's ancestors, and people over the hundreds and thousands of years, they have come from all over the place, but who's to say that I'm not Macedonian, I came from somewhere else? 51% of Macedonia, the region, is in Greece these days. And to this day, you've got people that live there and we speak the same language. We have the same traditions, same cultures. We still have an alphabet. We still have a language. How is it possible that, nothing existed? It's something, formed in Yugoslavia.
It's our country, it's our name, it's our language, everything.
Macedonia is and always will be Macedonian. No one can change that right.
I'm here today as a choreographer of the Macedonian Cultural Arts in Sydney. I've been part of the cultural scene for 25 years as a dancer and choreographer. Our folklore tells stories and shares traditions of our Macedonian culture, which dates back thousands of years.
International community is allowing Greece to perform modern genocide of the Macedonian people.
Accept the reality. We are Macedonians. We are not going anywhere. We're not giving up our name. You can use whatever name you like for yourselves. We can't stop you from doing that, even though we may disagree with it, but we're not changing it, not one iota.
No matter where you come from, the culture of the people needs to be respected, especially if we're talking about a multicultural society. I haven't done anything to the Greeks. I don't think that MKUD Ilinden has done anything to the Greeks. So, I enjoy some of their dances and their performances, and you can't deny someone that they're Greek or that they're, Lebanese. That's what they are. They've been formed as a person because of that identity. And for someone to take that away from me, it's hurtful. And I don't think they understand that. We're all passionate about who we are. Maybe as parents, especially my generation, where parents had come out with just their suitcases and they're working 2-3 jobs. That Macedonian, I didn't have it. My kids were, were here, they were at Newtown Performing Arts, they had their Aussie friends. I didn't see the need for them to actually be part of the Macedonian community. I didn't think that they would have any benefit out of it, if you like. And I was wrong. I was so wrong. That's why I'm such an advocate now for schools and dance and everything.
5, 6, 7, 8. Touch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I hadn't had experience teaching them, so basically seeing who's who, the personalities of each of the dancers, the strengths, the weaknesses, that proved a big challenge. The 20 plus group, their style of dancing was very different. I actually call it the 80s style of dancing. It wasn't as up on your toes, wasn't as energetic. No, it's not that it's message, just it seems too chilled, too, yeah, this is back. This is too lines. Can we come back in? No, I don't like a snake. People used to ask me to get rid of the snakes. I think that was from your era. Okay, come back. Our era. No, because even like Tanits, they do the snakes coming off, and all like Chris could get rid of the snake. I'm like, fine. The 20 plus group, and a lot of them are first time mothers or have young kids. It's more so fitness that's been very difficult for that. Being out 20 years of dancing, it will always prove, a bit of a challenge. So the original step was a left 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The reason why I changed it, some people were reverting to the hop 2, 1, 2, 3. That is why. So the original, we turn 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now on the spot. I know we've already turned coming back.
Well, I started dancing with Ilinden, I think it was 85 or 86. So I was really young when I started dancing, and I finished up, I think, when I was 16, 17. It's a close bunch of people that I love being with, so yeah. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I'll get to see this group turn 50. I'm scared because I've not performed for over, close to 25 years. So I'm a bit getting anxious and nervous about not stuffing anything up on the night like I do downstairs in practice.
You get nervous, and naturally thinking about performing, and you haven't performed for such a long time. I think that's probably the nervous will come, I guess it'd just be stage fright. But if anything, it's more excitement than anything else.
Extremely nervous, not knowing what to expect. Ticket sales are okay, nothing to brag about, but not sure what to expect from the crowd, from the audience. Sleepless nights, many hours worrying, what paths are going to take. It is the State Theatre, we're not talking about a small council hall for us to attend to. Expectations are high. It's not only MKUD Ilinden's 50th, it's the first time anything of this size has been brought together by the Macedonian community in Australia. Nothing will stop this. Being Macedonian, having the posters out, having a marketing campaign all about it, we are receiving threats to cancel the event, personal threats on the community, threats that they get at the event. I've seen things go on social media where things are debated back and forward. I've never been involved. I'm not trying to prove anyone wrong, not trying to prove anyone right. It is an event that will happen. We are receiving pretty much death threats, bomb threats. They're going to sabotage the event, and so on. I'll show you. I'm receiving these photos from everyone. There's a few different types. This is Australia, what can happen? Just all verbal. Hot air. I'll point out the posters so you can see exactly what's going on.
Do you know exactly where they are?
I know exactly where they are. We'll be there shortly. As we see them, we have to remove them. All everyone's trying to do is promote a culture, not get into a fight with anyone. There's another one across the road. There's a fair few near the airport.
You guys are now doing something different. You've got the element of people being surprised. Firstly, that you guys have come back to dance. Okay, so please do not freak out. You're going to put on a show. I've no doubt about that. All right, so just get rid of all your worries. You're going to be fine. It'll be fantastic. All right, let's start. Are you ready?
In 1978, my father was involved with Ilinden Sydney, and he mentioned to me that they've got a young group. I was 18 at the time. Would you be interested in dancing? And I've always loved dancing. And then I thought, okay, sure. So we started, there was a few of us, and then a few more girls and a few more boys, and it became a social thing. So it just started like that. We enjoyed the dancing. We had a great choreographer. We all got along really well with all the girls and all the boys. And I'm an only child, so it was like an extended family for me. Even as a child, you go to a dance or you go to a wedding, and as soon as the music starts and you hear the singing and the people dancing and the people talking, there's something there's a special feeling that we have inside of us that you can't always describe it or express it, but you feel at home, you feel comfortable. There was very few people who in my university or at school that were Macedonian. There was only a handful, a couple. At university, even less. And then so my new friends and associates changed. But then as you go on, your life, your work. And so you sort of drift away. And so now, after all these years, you get to do something like this, on this scale. It's like a big circle, and it's brought me back to, it's made those feelings stronger and more intense. Thinking that I'm doing something, that I'm representing the Macedonian community, the Macedonian culture through my dancing, through the music, through what we're doing, as a community.
You know when we're going to start? You stay there waiting for 10 seconds. You know, I'm going to do single, you have to start, the last single.
I started dancing when I was 14, and the reason I started dancing is because my parents wouldn't let me do anything else. So I really wanted to be a ballerina, but that wasn't going to happen. So one day we went to a wedding and my cousin was singing, and I went, oh wow, like where do you do that? And she said, I go to a Macedonian dance group. And I went, what's that? So she said, this is what we do. And I went home and researched it and found my local Ilinden club. And I started dancing and did it for about 4 years, and best time of my life. I got got married very young, and I didn't really have much to do with my culture for a really long time. And now that, you know, all of that's passed, I kind of, you know, got in touch with a lot of Macedonian people, and I'm finding that I'm really enjoying it now, more so than I was back then. I think not so much enjoying it more, but really understanding it and feeling it, because back then it was just a bit of fun, but now it's like, wow, I belong to something. About it, to be honest, and really worried about what I'm going to look like in that outfit, to be honest. I haven't worn those shoes for a long time, so yeah, no, I think it's going to be fun, but yeah, a little bit nerve-wracking, but yeah, it's all good. And I've got friends there that I've had for 30 years, so, and some that I haven't seen for 30 years, so we're all having a lot of fun with it.
My brother was a dancer, he was a choreographer too. My friends all danced, so I was there, and then they said, oh, why don't you come and join us? So I said, why not? So yeah, I joined the group in 1982. When I used to dance, 30 years ago, I was 65 kilos, now I'm 90, so, you know. But the mentality is still there, you know. Just maybe in the physical part, that's not the same. But you know, like I still love the music, you know, like, and it takes me back, you know, like when I hear the music, it takes me back like I danced yesterday, you know. As much as it's important for me, I reckon it should be important for every Macedonian, you know. It gets all the Macedonian people together, you know, like. And show our younger generations that, you know, what we got, and, you know, and keep it, you know, for generations and generations after us.
From 1 o'clock. There are going to be people in the audience who are dressed in a uniform, which is fine. So if you want to stay in uniform and sit in the crowd, that's perfectly fine.
Don't get changed from home. Just be in your normal outfits, and then you'll get changed before your room allocated as well.
It's a big open area, but allocated is going to be too loud.
You just have to go allocated seats for everybody. Once you finish with your performance, and we'll let you know where to go. So if we haven't booked tickets, it's already allocated.
Excited for today.
Street. We're going to be dancing, showcasing what we're going to be doing, having fun, and getting the crowd as well.
Water from the Cheshma.
We're hoping to have a flash mob started, so while we play, we just get people to jump in and start dancing. Traditional Macedonian dance, right in the middle of Sydney. Worst case scenario is we get up there, no one dances, but we have a great time and people see us.
We're going to be performing here at the State Theatre.
Look, we get kicked out, Just begin, don't worry.
Sorry, just good, you
just begin.
And come back.
Because I know a lot of people don't listen to the lyrics. They're just going to look at it like that.
No.
But
These are past
that's why I added that part into it,
Yeah.
because it's still a Khrushchevska Republika song being played in the dance. Now, I'm thinking now of adding in the Zakletva, okay,
It's
and then finishing that, and then that's where we finish it off.
Yeah. We're going to have a backdrop now. We're going to try and use a montage from Ilinden battle scenes that we've got from the movie.
Yeah.
You guys did the whole of every dance. You never chopped and changed. When Yorgo came and I came in, we do a lot of that. So there's not this missing. We're used to that.
We just note down to revisit.
Okay.
We'll have to revisit.
We're going to see
how it goes
I think
with current dances.
All right.
Can I also make a suggestion that is particularly for our group, because we're very vocal to one another, and I think this should also be a suggestion that you tell all the other groups, that no one else tells that person or that person that they're doing something wrong unless it comes from you. So if Bobby decides to start yelling at me mid-dance, I'm not going to listen to him, I'll listen to you. You know what I mean? No, Chris, take charge of your groups.
Absolutely.
Bobby on
As long as possible, so I can
the narration to something like this.
So I'm going to go to the studio with Radica to pre-record the narration in English and Macedonian, and that way we know exactly the timing and we don't need to be on stage. It saves time.
Може нешто да сугерирам? Јас мислам дека во фул носија да се облекувам и јас ќе бидем можда премногу. Имаме 250 денсери, сите се во носија едно друго. Може би, за да стане полесно за тебе и може би да биде поинтересно за публиката, ти излегуваш во носија и јас може би ќе речам he couldn't help it. And then, јас имам едно джакетче што го купив, како се вика ченаданче, не знам, елече што го купив од античка продавница во Скопје. Не знам од каде имам многу убав кој е така, може би ќе го пробам да видам, сега сум се дебелила да. Може би you will have it to me here. On my dress.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we've got the tradition meets the trends. Како беше? Мислам дека тоа ќе биде интересно за публиката и малце како да излеземе од сериозно.
И ми рекол, знаеш, коментари, like, oh, and how good was the guy, you know, second from the left and that.
Зошто да немаме наши училишта? Зошто? Веронаука за децата, да се знаеме што е и како е. Сега не потенцирам дека треба само православие, нели имаме ние и муслимани, македонци, така натака. Меѓутоа, сепак треба да знаеме тоа нашето, тоа од бабите, дедовците. А што значи ова прослава за мене? Душата ми трепери. Зошто и јас како Јоне Белче веќе, затоа што се радувам што тоа се гради секој ден, се развива, се почитува. Многу ќе ми е жал ако салата не е преполна.
Girls, boys, no jewelry, no rings, no nothing. I don't want to see watches. Take the little kids down the back. Senior A group. Wait, is that better?
да настапиш ти во стај тира. Масивно е ова што се организира. Треба секој се да даде од себе да биде тука на таа вечер. Не се случува често. Па и танец нема настапено во стај тира. Театарот е прекрасен, еднаш во животот се случува. Колку сати трошат во проба, колку време посветуваат на таа играорна за да ги видите, за да видите што постигнале. На врв се воситувам на тоа што на нивните успеси и посакувам се повеќе и повеќе да се градат и да настапат на секоја една манифестација во државата, да патуваат и да се дружат, да се развиваат како една цврста, јака заедница и да допринесуваат во ова прекрасна земја што сепак ни дозволува своето да го негуваме, нели? И од мене одушевено. Едва е чекам.
Господја Славица Јосифовска, ви благодарам за разговорот, за мене.
Are you going to be at front of house calling the show?
I'm performing.
What? Oh, you're performing, eh? You dance there.
I teach them and I dance with them.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that's the most difficult thing. I need to start when these guys are done.
Alright, sure. Here it is, that's fine. Are we on time?
Cool.
Нервите хватят? Не под рака. Ще ти държам само. Може така? Yeah?
Yeah, I've got the voices in there.
Не, така не. Се скияш. Мислам така и после вече почва.
Okay, should we just, do you want to just test it?
So, like, yep, so now for we call on Can we now practice lifting mic up?
If you look at the just here, reversal L1, 2, 3. Okay? So they, unless they are
Just very quickly, dancers are starting to arrive. I'm just going to tell them that they need to know where to leave their bags.
Yes, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's
Okay, so as soon as you're done, can you just please come straight out and get them there.
And then there's 2 more boxes. Do you know how many are in each? Clean up. Alright, we'll try to Mossy grass sheet to make it there. We don't look at it.
Yeah, so current montage, I think it's called. Montage of current. Ilinden logo, black screen. Ilinden logo, black screen. Ilinden logo, 50-year logo.
Sweet.
And that's the end of the first act. Drama always follows the Macedonian community, and we've had the smoke alarms go off during our tech rehearsal a couple of hours before the event, so wish us luck.
Yeah, the presenters and the lapels for the drama group. So there's a theatre group, 2 male, 2 female, and they just have the lapels.
Back inside, guys. You don't need a microphone. What? I was going to say, Mike, you don't need a microphone. I'm here with you, mate. I'm singing. Both my parents are from Macedonia. My father was born here in Australia and my mother was born over there, and they migrated when she was young. I remember the day, primary school, one of my teachers said, "Oh, you should sing." And, oh, sure, why not? Next thing I know, I was singing the Australian national anthem in front of the entire school, maybe over 1,000 people. That was a bit scary, but that was probably the first time that I'd properly sung in front of an audience. Get me out there, I just can't wait. I love it. I love performing. The cheering at the end is just, it's a good adrenaline rush.
Okay, if we got person with pack number 5.
We're being called out. You've got plenty of time to do that later. We just need to get...
Alright guys, off stage please, because I need to be calling out and I need to hear me out the front, not backstage. Out the front on the chairs please. I need everyone out on the chairs.
Quite nervous, man. There's a big crowd. That's nothing, bro. It's only like 12, done this plenty of times. Not in front of 100 people. Performance-wise, nervous means you care.
But you know what good thing is? After this, we'll perform anyway. Because it's like, you know. I'm nervous because I'm playing the flute as well. I don't know, I've practiced it so many times, but just hitting the notes, you know, making sure everything's perfect.
I'm nervous about leading the soldiers over into battle, man. I think I deserve to be nervous more than you.
Come back, bro. You gotta come back. What is it? 6 of you against 2? Hang on, let's see your thing again, Michael. Let's see that there.
Yeah, bro. State theatre, huh? I reckon the name's just intimidating.
Yeah, just turn it a little bit. You don't have to take it off. Do you?
No, I have to. You can't.
Bro, Michael, you've tried it one time. Girls, here. Do not lose them. Get them. Put them back in the bag. Okay. Alright.
A lot of rehearsing, performing, a lot of dedication, passion, enthusiasm. We've grown up at dancing. We've grown up at Ilinden, yeah. So.
We're like a family here. I'm so glad I started dancing here because I've met friends that
like lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And our parents are friends as well. And now like this event, like I get to dance with my choreographers that taught me when I was 4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's emotional.
Yeah, it's
and
like
crying.
Everyone together. She started crying.
Yeah.
So.
you know, I've always said that Chris, our choreographer, has
It's so much work.
yeah, and you know, he's literally watched us grow up.
Yeah.
And you know, he's not only a choreographer, he's my friend.
Yeah.
Represents us, what we've been working for so
It's
long.
the pinnacle.
It's a completely different scope.
And it's not showcasing just us, and it's a community as a whole getting together.
Yeah.
So I think that's just what it's representing.
We're a community group, we've done the best. You guys are going to be brilliant and
Perfect, Chris.
kick ass.
Can everybody sign his card?
Anybody?
A little bit nervous, but excited.
We know what we're doing. Hopefully everybody else knows what they're doing as well. You've just got black hair. So why are you highlighting my nose?
Because that's what you do.
Oh my god.
You have to highlight the nose.
Oh wait, hold on. Put a black thing on your... Close your mouth.
Jeez, it's so hot.
I'll just shoot for free on license.
I feel like your quiz needs to be hot. Who knows how to do this thing at the back?
Anche ti sevrata
Wait, you're gonna stage. Can we go and the video Now your turn. It was sitting here.
Tanya, do you have
You're right? Yeah, I can do this. I've got experience doing my daughter.
what do you call it? We have to stand on the side with Chris's pants and Poyas and stuff for his next dance for his change.
Any nerves?
Yeah, you got nerves, yeah. There's to set out, like how we're all going to go. Are we going to fit in that stage or not? Compared to what we've been practicing on, it's different. Yeah.
I'm okay for now. I'm just sweating a little bit because it's pretty warm in here, changing with like 16 other women. But other than that, I'm okay for now. For now, it's pretty good. In half an hour, you can come back and ask me. When you see me swinging out of a bottle, you know I'm nervous.
Are we getting the bottle out?
I'll be like dead set finished. That's when the nerves are gonna kick in. And right before I go on stage, forget it. Forget it.
I need my hair done and then I need someone to do my shamia. Where's we know what we're doing.
This reunion has brought everyone a lot of, woken up a lot of emotions, obviously, from the days they first started introducing themselves to the Macedonian dance. And not only that, for some, there was the first love at Ilinden, so... Yeah.
It's taking us back to our childhood, and it feels like nothing's changed. We're all 16 again.
I know how my Baba felt.
Oh, good.
I know how Baba felt when she had to wear this shamia, man.
We have now. You need the pins now to do it. To double. Like
Yeah. I just got
next.
Anyone
I had
need
some in my foot
the
up there and I'll come.
I'm in lock, Sarah. Why are we in lock?
Because they're naughty.
They've been naughty, that's why they're locked up.
They're very naughty.
You robbed combat.
Yes.
They're slaves.
They're slaves.
The people with the bullets and that. No, they're Macedonians. I know.
I'm really excited. I know that everything is going to be perfect, so I'm really glad to be here. Be close to about 2,000, I would say. It's great that, second generation, some of them even third generation, performing a Macedonian dance, Macedonian culture. It's amazing. It's beautiful to see. They've never seen anything like this organised. It is just massive, and it's so good that it's at the State Theatre, and it's just amazing. It's wonderful.
Ова е само почеток на една убава приказка на креирање на модерната историја во Австралија, на македонците во Австралија, бидејќи ние македонците сме го донеле тука најубавот дел од нашата култура и сме го интегрирале во општество, мултикултурно општество, сме станати дел од социјалниот фибер на Австралија и мислам дека среќна Австралија што го има MKUD Ilinden, среќна Австралија што ги има македонците и мислам ова е само почеток на една прекрасна приказка на креирање на модерната македонска историја во Австралија.
They're going to be packed to the rafters, celebrating 50 years of Ilinden. I'm really looking forward to seeing some great songs, some great dance and some great culture. When I was in Bitola and Skopje and Ohrid a couple of years ago, I managed to catch up with a lot of the cultural and dancing groups over there, but I'm expecting something of a completely different scale tonight.
Ilinden со овие 50 години постоење покажа дека културно-историското наследство на Република Македонија не е само наследство на Македонија, туку представува и богатство за целиот свет.
Five-minute delay, as expected. It's turned into a 30-minute delay. I'm okay. Yeah, we'll see. All right. So wish me luck, Tony.
Yeah, good luck.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests. It is our distinct honour to welcome you to the 50-year anniversary concert of the Macedonian Cultural and Artistic Association, Ilinden.
ubijen so ovoj revolver i so ova kata što gi bacuva. Bivam ubijen so ovoj revolver i so ova kata što gi bacuva. Amin. Amin.
Cheese on. Well done, girls. Yes, yes.
That's spot on.
Pulled it off good.
You might wait. My steps were.
That was awesome.
As I settled in and they're gone, I just took a moment and I just took a deep breath and I was like, let it all out. I know you're recording me. It's alright. I did not stuff up my turns. That was the one thing I was scared of, my turns, and because I got bad ankles because of netball, I thought, oh, the landing, but it was good. I think I nailed
You know what? That applause, still got it. It was amazing. It was amazing. Like, you just see everyone, it's just packed out. Just, I think they're enjoying it as much as we are. So they were going off. I think they've been going off at every performance, every act. So
It's amazing. Amazing experience, but I'm just got me really emotional. Like the day just became even more like emotional and kind of more sentimental to be here. So I'm just really, really happy that I actually came back with my family as well, and it's been a great experience.
You know what, Raditsa? 50 years is a very, very, very long time. 5 decades, in fact. You would know all about that, wouldn't you?
What's your song, young man?
then it's
Like
back at Rockdale and yeah.
You just focus on that one person and like that's what you have to focus on.
I was focusing on nothing, I was staring straight out.
Do se ga brate, od se ga shvate. Do se ga brate, od se ga shvate. Do se ga brate, od se ga shvate.
Mnogo žeško. Outfit change. Look how beautiful you look. So štikli, so šminka, so uba fustan. Spremni sme.
Само да не се спрепнам. Мислам дека е фантастична вечер. Возбудлива. Мислам дека сите чувствуваме нешто. Не знам како да го објаснам.
How's it going so far, do you think?
Good. Killing it. So basically our rehearsal before, okay, I'd say it was a bit of a catastrophe. I was calm all week. That rehearsal, I just thought, shit. I was basically, what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. But again, I didn't sit there whine. It was just, okay, what do we need to do before the show starts? We had half an hour. I made changes and it bloody went smooth as possible. Playing the contingencies and it was awesome. Well, now we can basically go all out because we didn't, you go all out at the beginning. We're exhausted, so we're sort of pacing ourselves ready for the big finale. And for us, a lot of our, normal igranki, our normal small concerts that we have, our parents are around. You can see our parents' faces. Here, you're just basically seeing a blank of white. Basically, when we hear the roars of the crowd, you feel it within you. You feel it, and you just, you know what? I want to just do it again, and for them to go crazy.
Extremely tired, extremely happy, and I'm still trying to soak it all in myself. There was points where I just couldn't watch. I had to, it's fidgety, sit in one seat, get up, move, go to the back, go to the front, just trying to take it in. There was a lot of tears in the crowd, seeing their kids on stage, singing, a lot of emotion, a lot of tears.
Good. That's it. That's it. Done.
Bobby.
We did it, Becco. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I think it'll take maybe half an hour for it to sort of calm down and sink in that it's finally over. Yeah, it's very heartwarming to hear that we've inspired people to reconnect with their identity. You know, we didn't anticipate that would be the result of something like this, but that's a wonderful thing. You're the best partner I could have asked for. Благодарам за все от сърце.
Не мислям дека ќе бидеш толку добар. Фантастично.
Не знам дали е то комплимент или не, ама благодарам. I'm looking forward, most importantly, to having a drink with Chris and Pecco, the president, and everyone that was involved in the organisation of this event. I think we've earned a long, hard drink.
So you're back to the effect.
Yeah.
What's that? What are you eating?
Alright.
Kifla.
You gonna go back?
Yeah, let's see if we can go back.
Alright, well I'm gonna come with you because my sister's not like.
Alright.
Let's go get drunk.
Let's go get drunk.
At the end of the night, I was the last out, packed up. I sat in my van, all loaded, ready to go, and couldn't drive for the first 10 minutes. Just sat there, shaking, just reflecting back on the journey and what we went through, and the pressure that was lifted off everyone's shoulders, and the delivery, but it was the crowd and the people themselves that bring it home. The community is very proud, extremely supportive, and very thankful. They deserve it. The community does deserve it. We've seen multiple generations that have been through MKUD Ilinden, and it's the same twinkle, little spark they got in their eye when they do come back. You can see with the 30-plussers, they loved it. You bring back memories, childhood memories, and we can't forget the core and the base and the reason why it's here. That's to keep the culture going, to keep it alive, to preserve, and to make sure it's in Sydney for many more. How do I feel now? Now, business as usual. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of leaning on the 50th committee, which they were absolutely outstanding.
And what does the business as usual look like?
Business as usual, 300 kids here on a Thursday, on a Friday, running a market, letting them have fun, lining up at the canteen, listening to parents scream, kids scream. God love it. It's true.